Hi everybody, it's Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. We have our March paper pumpkin kit here. This is what the kit makes. And as you will see, and I will repeat at the beginning of each video, I am not using any kit contents to make my cards this month. I adore this kit and I just wanted to leave all the cards for use of how they were intended. So I made alternate cards using the stamps. So this is the first one that I'm going to show you. We are using, well, this one for me because I had this already cut, a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of, yep, it's coming to me, old olive. Score it or just fold it at 5 1/2. And burnish on the fold real good. I've got a piece of crushed curry at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We're going to glue that on. Put that right on top of there. That looks good. Then we have a layer that is 4 by 5 1/4. And you can use whatever paper you have. I've got 5 strips of this old gingham paper that I found that I had in, I believe it's probably daffodil because it matches my daffodil ink. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to glue these to the top of the paper like so. I'm coming in a little bit from the edge. Just going to glue the ends down so that I can lift them up to fold the other piece under. I'll leave a little bit of space between them. Clean off my... And then I've got 2 more pieces that we will go weave over here, like over one and under the other. Pick this up. Put some glue on it. This, whoops, that's crooked. This one's going to go over the top and under the next one. With a little bit of space between them. And then just go ahead and secure the pieces down the rest of the way. And then they will hang over. We'll cut that off. Just like that. So we can come through and give that a trim. And I'm going to glue, I think I'm going to work on my basket next. So I've got a piece of pecan pie that I cut with a 2-inch circle punch. I just stuck the paper in about halfway and punched it out. Then I ran it through an embossing folder. I happened to use the Twisted Rope embossing folder. And I'm just going to take a blending brush, my pecan pie ink, and just kind of muddy that up a little bit, just to help give some depth to the basket. Probably jiggling the camera, I'm sorry. I'm leaning up against my table, so. That should be pretty good. I think I got that. Let's see. Let me do a little smidge more on this edge down here. And that'll give a little depth to our basket. So from here, I have a little bit of scrap paper that we will use to stamp our flowers on. This kit, we got an extra stamp set. It's the flowers I'm going to use, and actually I'm going to use the other flower too. And then this one has the flower and then all the words on it, and then this extra stamp set is just flowers. And I'm going to use the big flower that came with it. I'm beginning to wonder if I must have just stuck those back on the block wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp as much of this as I can fit right here in soft seafoam. I want a border around my leaves and stuff. I just don't want a real dark one. I want a slightly finer one that's going to kind of blend in. Let me grab a different piece that's a little bit wider. I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we've got our soft seafoam down there. And then I'm going to come in with using all these fill-ins. We're going to come over it with this one in Daffodil. Thinking that's the color that I want. I might have used crushed curry for both layers. We will see here. I don't remember having this one out. Oh, that is the one I used, I think. So we're good. Sometimes I try and keep everything out that I'm using, and then sometimes I end up putting stuff away. Saying, oh, I'll get it out when I make the video. And then I forget which colors I used. So now we're going to use these centers in crushed curry. And they're going to line up. We're going to line the center hole up over that hole. Like so. And then I have that pecan pie, and that's what we're going to use the actual center of the flower. So if you want, you can take your little stamps, there's 2 of them, there's a center for each one, and lay them on the flower where you want them. And then pick it up with your block. Get your pecan pie ink and then come back. And they should be right where you wanted them, except for that one. I knew that one wasn't lined up right. And I used it anyway. All right, we're going to leave it like that. Looks all right. Then we're coming in with our leaf image here. And Old Olive. so. And then actually I need another leaf. So I'm going to stamp another one off to the side while I'm thinking about it. I want another big one. Just going to stamp it over here. Then I'm going to ink up just the big one again. This other one over here has ink on it, so just if you're using scrap paper like I am and roundabout, just know that you're going to get a impression over there if you didn't wash it yet. So just a little heads up. I did not bring my cleaner over here. So now all we're going to do is cut these out with our scissors, and I'm going to cut the leaves off, and I'm going to cut the flowers off. So everything is going to be separate. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out. I am going to cut this here, and then I'm going to cut out my flowers, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just realized I forgot to use this other piece, this other stamp that's in here with our old olive, and do our leaves. So this one will come up the center of the small leaf, and then this other side will come up the center of our big leaf. And it's not, all that noticeable, but it is going to be a little bit darker, and it might give a little bit of contrast in there, so might as well add it. So now I'm going to cut out my leaves. I got my flowers cut, and I'm going to cut out my leaves. Alrighty, we've got all of our pieces and parts cut out now. Now we can start building our arrangement, I guess we're going to call it, our flower arrangement in our little vase here. And I'm not going to glue anything down until I've got it kind of ready to go. I brought this second leaf in to bring in. I'm going to probably cut it in half, and I'll bring, actually I will do that right now. I'm going to bring part of it down here for filler in the vase, and then so you don't see the white cardstock behind it. Then this guy's going to come over here like this. Actually, no, I got this guy kind of pointing out and down. Then I got this little piece that's going to tuck in up here behind so that it kind of helps fill in the arrangement a little bit better. Like that. And then that other piece, when I cut it, is down here for filler in this greenery down here. So now what we're going to do is try and like flip it over. That's not going to work. But we got it where we want it, and then we're just going to start to glue. So let me get a little bit of glue on the back here. See if we can. My sample, I had to use a lot of, I used a lot of double-sided tape to get them to stick where I wanted them. But we'll come in and we'll start it like this. There's the stem, so I kind of wanted the stem to be down in there. So then we're going to fill in, like I said, this space here with some green. Then we can tuck this guy in. And then this leaf I want kind of coming off the front side of the pot. So let's put a little bit of glue on the front side of the pot. And then this one we want as filler up here in the back. However you think that you want it to look like it's peeking out of there. I'm going to go like that. Now I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to start filling that with some dimensionals so that they all stick together. You want everything to make sure that they're all sticking to each other, overlapping where they need to, sticking to the vase, sticking to each other. Let me get another one. You guys, now that Stampin' Up! Is acquiring some of Close to My Heart stuff, I don't feel bad that I have my Close to My Heart scissors. I love them because they are non-stick. And I got them, one of my friends was having a show, a party, I guess it was, and so I got the scissors from it, and been my favorite tool over here on my video station because I don't have to worry about anything getting all gunked up as I'm cruising along because they're non-stick. So maybe we will start to sell those as well. And I can get another pair. All right, so now we're going to take this and just kind of rest it on our card. I had it sitting up here. You can move it down into there however you want. I don't know if I should. I think I'm going to keep it all up on the decorative paper. And then I have the, it's the Little Things That Matter stamp set because I need a bunch of thank yous right now. And I'm going to use that, and then I'll put thank you on the inside. It's the Little Things That Matter. And then that will glue to the front. And I got ink on my hands. So what do we do when we get ink on our hands that gets on our paper? We get out our sand eraser. And we start erasing. Got 2 spots. Must have been on my thumb and I didn't realize it. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera again. There we go. All right. We get out our little sand eraser and we are good to go. I'm going to glue that on. Push that up a little bit. And there we go. That is our first card in this paper pumpkin kit. I was so excited to be done that I forgot to show you my 5th strip of paper that I cut, is for the piece on the inside, and the inside I used the other half, or the other side of the strip, and it's got bigger checks on it. So I used the small ones on the outside and the bigger ones on the inside. And then I used the heartfelt thanks on that in pecan pie. Feeling it's crooked. Nope, yay. And then I'm just going to glue that to the inside. I will put my Jill Blanchette on the back, and off it goes. I got recipients for all these. I need a bunch of thank you cards right now. I'm actually behind a couple weeks in getting them out. And there we go. Now we are done. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll be back for the next card.